Hi everyone, welcome. This is Gem 314 Tarot. I hope I find you all well. Thank you for returning, and hello if you are new. We are going to do another pick a card. I really liked how yesterday's turned out, and even though I was a little rusty, I want to do it again so I can work out the kinks. We're also doing it for the super blood full moon in Aquarius. Tropical Aquarius, a sidereal Capricorn. So we have three groupings. Uh, I hope you guys got to look at the thumbnail enough so that you can pick your group. Pick the one that you resonate with the most and watch that one first, and then the second, and then the third, in order of how you resonated with them. Or you can just watch all the way through. Sometimes they do flow into each other. You can get messages from all the groups together. You can get messages through one group or another. It really is free flow. I love this setup. I was vibing well with it last time, so let's see if we can continue with how we did it. First group, we have the Carnelian. It's reddish brown and it's got speckles in it. It's hard to see, but inside the stone it kind of looks rippled, like scales or my fat ass looked at it and thought bacon inside of it. So maybe you look at that one. This is red carnelian. I don't know if you can see it on my fat fingers. I'll have an overhead shot of the grouping, and I will have pictures on my Instagram where you can look at it a little bit deeper. The second grouping is one of my favorite stones. It's Bumblebee Jasper. Okay, it's yellow and gray and speckled, and jasper is one of my favorite stones. So this is Bumblebee Jasper for group number 2. And then group 3 is Howlite. I did get it right this time. Last time I called it something else. What did I call it? Hematite or something like that. But this is definitely Howlite. It's white and gray speckled. Looks kind of like snow with dirt in it, maybe. Okay, like I said, there will be an overhead shot, and you can skip ahead to whichever one you want. So let's get to this. Remember, not all messages will resonate for every person, so leave what doesn't resonate now, but keep it in mind because it might make sense at a later time. You are all at different points in your timeline. Remember, I can read the script, but I cannot tell you which character you all individually play or where on the stage you may set yourself. So please put yourself wherever you resonate. This could be messages for you. This could be messages about something in your situation, or it could be a heads up about energies that are moving within your vicinity, like other people. So keep that in mind, okay? So we're gonna go ahead to group 1, the red bacon carnelian, okay? And I will also put the timestamps in the description like I did for the last one. So, red bacon carnelian. Let's see what you've got here. From the first light tarot, you have the sun. Okay, that is clarity, happiness, warmth, and independence. But it's also a little bit of a reminder to watch for the ego. The ego tends to burn brightly so that it's the only thing that can be seen. And it sometimes it overshadows the inner self, okay? We spend a lot of time putting forth energy for people to see what we want them to see. That's the sun energy, that's the ego, that's the brightness of who we are, okay? But there is also that inner world that the moon rules that we keep hidden. From the Lenormand, you've got the chickens. So this is something like community cooperation. This is gossip. This is it's not just gossip though. I like to think of it as um, bouncing ideas off of other people, of the people that you trust, people that are in your circle. Um, I feel like these two cards together are saying that there is some kind of clarity you can gain by talking about something with other people that maybe you wouldn't bring up otherwise. Like sit down with your friends, sit down with your girlfriends, with your cousin, with your mother, with your aunt, with your neighbor, with somebody that's around you, and just kind of like they always show me the kernels of corn on the ground, right? And pick through the things that are concerning you and bring them forth to the collective that you are in. On top of that, you've got justice. This is Libra energy. Justice is like I said, like looking over all the information, bringing everything to account, looking for the truth, really analyzing things, okay? So here we have the sun, which is clarity and warmth and independence. You've got the chickens, which is cooperation, and justice, which is weighing all your options, weighing all the information, weighing all the possibilities. And this feels like collaborating with somebody, even if it's just to throw ideas out there. Like, what do you think about this? What should I do about that? Or I know you have experience with this. What was the course that you took? What were the things that you looked out for? Things like that. The next first light tarot card you got is Justice. See, this was an interesting spread here. And you'll see why in a minute. Now we've got justice again. Evidence, thinking, verdicts, and decisions. You're making decisions. I always hear executive decisions to be made. And it's going to be in the fairest way possible for everyone involved. The Lenormand that you got here was the boat, and the boat has been coming out a lot lately, and it has to do with changing course. It has to do with exploring things that maybe you thought were too far away or too. It's like you didn't even consider because it was so out of the realm of the ordinary. This is also travel and adventure and change. It's a journey. It's exploring. It's movement. There's commerce here because a lot of times with boats, they're on trade routes where you have something of value and you're bringing it to somebody who will buy it, or there's just some kind of connecting for exchange reasons. There's broad horizons here, new people, enterprise, safe passage. It's all kinds of transition and movement and new horizons, okay? So there's a decision to be made here about where you are going to steer your boat. And the another card you got here was the sun. So, like I said, I'm going to have an overhead shot of this. But the first grouping, you got the sun, chickens, and justice. The second grouping, you got justice, the boat, and the sun, which is really, really interesting. There is some kind of clarity coming here. Like, you're going to get some kind of clear, open. I feel this is very for your benefit. It's like somebody's going to come forth with some ideas, a new way of looking at something, and it's going to be very kind to you. I don't know why they wanted me to say it that way, but it's almost like somebody's going to go, look, I did it this way. I know you can do it too. This is great for you. Here's all the information you need. Maybe think about this on your way, because this is something that I ran into when I was doing it, and I didn't think about it at the time, but now that you know what I mean, it's like this beautiful exchange, collaboration, this information exchange, okay? Picking through details, picking through information, making this judgment call. A lot of communicating here. There's also a lot of daydreaming here. I love this because with the boat, it's like setting your sights on some some horizon that you really didn't think was reachable until now, or you didn't even consider going that way until now. Maybe you thought about it, but it was like, whoa, that's not for me. I could never do something like that. That's way too out of my league, out of my abilities. That's for somebody else to do. But then again, you got the sun again. You got the sun twice. There is so much warmth and independence. Remember, the sun is the absolute happiest card in the deck, and you got it twice from two different decks. So whatever this is, you are blessed in this decision making, okay? From the fairy deck, you got the Singer of Healing. This is restored and renewed love. Ooh, healing deep wounds of spirit, and healing on all levels. My goodness. And then the other fairy card you got was the Singer of Connection. All right, this is support and strength through connecting. This is empathy. It says connection again, and it says keep your, oh darn it, keep your heart open. Keep your heart open. So there's a really amazing opportunity here for expansion, for possibilities, beautiful things like that. And it's through this connection. And I have a feeling that we're going to get more insight on that in the next grouping, because in the next grouping, we've got a rider coming in. And a rider always means messages or somebody coming in with information that you need. So definitely check out the next grouping. And then the Ancestor Oracle card you got here is Medicine Mother, and this says honor your inner knowing. So it could be that the sun not only shines on information coming from somebody else, or some other many somebody else's, if that's a word. I also feel like you're gonna, like, aha, bing, like aha moment. The clouds open up and the sun shines in, and you get this ray of an idea, this brilliant new plan. This, I feel like something's opening up that didn't, that maybe was closed before. This could be a download. I mean, uh, um also, I think in one of the other groups, we're going to get the card Diversity, and that is combining and bringing into harmony things that might not have meshed well together before. Things that, you would never see connection in, coming together and bringing like this new thing into existence. They're showing me this game I used to play on my phone a long, long, long time ago, and it was called Alchemy. And you start out with the four basic elements, and you keep combining things into different things. And like you could combine air and fire, and you get lightning. And then you can combine lightning with earth, and you get something else. And then you combine that with water, and it's like you start out with these four basic elements, and all these different combinations open up things that you would never thought of before, because you wouldn't think that metal and leaves could combine into anything important. That game really taught me a lot about um not judging things until you try it, right? I wish I could describe it more, but it was so many years ago that I just remember the basics. You start out with 4 basic elements, and then like all these different combinations. I remember checking the cheat sheet, and there was like 168 different things that you could end up creating just by starting with the 4 basic elements. So there is something here where you're gonna really shine light on different ideas on how to bring something together in order to create something new. And it was something that maybe you had set your sights on before, but it seemed so unattainable, right? So we're going to go ahead and look at, oh wait, what do they want me to say? Okay, hold on. A couple more messages are coming in. This also may be shedding light on things that other people have told you, but it had to do with their own motivations. And it's going to come to your attention that maybe, I mean, I don't get any maliciousness here. I just feel like maybe this advice coming in from the chickens could be very much grounded in their own experience, right? It's like, well, when I did it, it did this. And when I did it, it turned out like this. I don't know how it's going to work for you. But I feel like it just, I can't explain it. They're showing me this, they're showing me a field of flowers. And somebody saying, well, I planted this a few years ago and I used these seeds. But then like a few years later, you walk through it with them and there's stuff growing there that they didn't even plant, that it just came up on its own. And they were like, well, wow, this wasn't here when I came through the last time. That's interesting how, planting this plant and this plant allowed this certain bird to come in, and the bird brought in other. It's so weird. It's like one thing leads to another, but you didn't even see it coming that way. I can't. It's so interesting. I also feel that there's going to be something here about healing, and this could be the collaboration with this there's 3 chickens here in this little grouping, and I feel like this could be a friend group, a close knit, family group, maybe a church group. It's somebody in your community. Hell, it could be your neighbors in the same building. It's whatever little clique that you have that you throw ideas against, right? And something's gonna come out that's just the truth, and it's so beautiful that you're actually going to be able to heal something that you didn't maybe even know needed healing. Then you've got the singer of connection, and again, that's with this chickens energy. Justice in the sun, I love this. This is um, lifelong connecting. I don't get that this is from the past, though. This is people that are here with you now. It may heal something from the past, but I'm not sure that you're dealing with anybody from you know what I mean? Like nobody's coming. I know Mercury's retrograde, and it's traditional sometimes that people from the past kind of circle back in. But to me, the chickens are an established group already. This isn't somebody new coming in. Let's go to the medicine mother and see what insights she has for us. That's my chair. Okay. Honor your inner knowing. It says take action and do what you need to do. Okay? It says, "Oh, there's an old pattern rising up in you now, and it's time to deal with it and release it for good." Ooh, the sun is illuminating something. Okay, justice is being called on it. It has something to do with this chickens. I just can't. I can't get over this. I just hear, like, the reason I always say it's the friend group is because I hear clucking. Like bark, 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 bark. Oh, bark, 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 bark. It's, people clucking at each other. That's always what I hear when I see this. But it's siblings and friends and communicating and chatting, and it's social cooperation here. Okay. So here what does she say here? Release it for good. Okay. You're being encouraged to love and respect yourself enough to take the steps you know you need to take to to move closer to where you would like to be. That's that boat energy. So I think that the justice card here is, like I say, a judgment call. Like, okay, I need to let this go, and I need to accept this and move this here and understand this goes this way. And the sun really, really helps that. It's like this clarity comes in for you, and you don't fight it, and it's not mean, and you just accept it, and it's very enlightening. That's the word. Jesus Christ. Enlightening. It says you already know the answers. You know what you need to do. You may have been using delaying actions or holding back, but now you're being guided to take action. Action requires courage, but your angels and guides are bringing you the courage to move forward. So take just one step. When you do, the next one will be presented to you. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So I heard, oh, hang on. I heard I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So when this card says take the step, that's the boat, and your next step will be presented to you, that's the sun. The sun, you know what I mean? It's like first you have to take the step out the door, and then with the sun shining down on you, you'll be able to see your path clearly. Got it? Okay. Do we have any last minute messages for the first group? I wish I could go into more detail about this group of chickens. But it's just so simple. It's just like I said, it's just your group of, I hear your coven, it's your group of girls, it's your group of friends, it's people that you trust their opinion on things. I also see it's somebody who can help you get to the root of things. It's somebody who can help you eliminate unnecessary chaff. Do you know what chaff is? So when you harvest wheat and you they got to shake it, right? They got to shake it because the kernel of wheat is inside the little flour, and there's a little husk around that. And when you shake it and that part comes off, that's the chaff. It's separating the wheat from the chaff. And the chaff is kind of like it gets in the way. It's not really useful. I mean, I'm sure it's useful in some way, but in order to get to the kernel of truth, like chickens like to get to the good kernels. In order to get to the kernels, you gotta scrape. You know how chickens they scratch on the ground to get the grubs and everything. It's like somebody's gonna help you scrape away the unnecessary stuff and really analyze something in order to get to the kernels of truth. And that's that sun energy with justice is the truth and making decisions. And this is really, really good energy. And it's going to set you on a path where you can actually see yourself journeying to a place where you didn't know how to get there before. Okay. And I feel like discovering this about your path, about yourself, about it's like when you discover, like, holy shit, I really can do this, or holy shit, I really do have it in me to want this. There's going to be healing that starts. And when you start healing and reconnecting with yourself, it's going to be very empowering. Okay? So that's the first group. I hope you guys got plenty of messages from that. We're going to go ahead to the second group, which is the Bumblebee Jasper. Hi, group 2. This is for Bumblebee Jasper. So for the first light tarot, you dropped conspiracy card and source. Now, conspiracy, it's not what you think, but it's just the idea that hidden truths will be revealed, and what you hide will eat at you. Okay. This may come out like what we had in the first reading with the chickens. Um, it was like a sit down with somebody or multiple somebodies, and expressing your needs, expressing your wants, ideas, getting brainstorming with people. The chickens were like scratching the surface, right? Scratching the surface to try to get to the kernel of truth underneath. So with conspiracy here, it's saying hidden truths will be revealed. But what you hide might eat at you. So, it's like you're gonna have to really be strong when you learn these truths, either about yourself or about the people or about the situation, okay? Um, 1 second, please. I just need to refresh my music. Otherwise, I can't concentrate. So with conspiracy card, and it's warning that what you hide will eat at you, okay? And that's true. There's something here about being honest, being truthful, being actually allowing yourself to see something that you maybe kept hidden inside yourself. This has to do with like aspirations and your your path, where you want to go, where you want to lead your life, things like that. Um on top of that, with the Lenormand, you got the anchor card, and this is safe harbor and grounding. Remember, we had the boat in the first reading, so this boat now is landed, and you put down your anchor somewhere. This is home base. This is where you settle, where you feel secure. So there's something coming out about where you want to throw your anchor, okay? On top of that, you got the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is a crossroads card. This is a choice. Which direction are you going to take? Which path do you choose? Where do you set your sights? It's like you had the boat, which is setting your sights on new horizons. You got the anchor here, which is a foreign shore where you decided to throw anchor and to either set up a new home or just get some rest. And now you're standing on the shore, like plotting your next path, plotting your new course. The next grouping you got was a card for Source, and this is the energy, protection, and rest. This is also synchronicity and angelic allies. On top of that, you got the stars. Again, more water, more movement. There's a lot of water here. Okay, the stars here, now you're on the boat again, and this person has a tool called the sextant, and he's aiming it at that star way up in the corner, and that is your North Star. That is where you want to head. That's where you want to chart your heading. A lot of, like I said, a lot of journey, boat, movement, plotting your course, choosing your path. Um, maybe that's pulling up your anchor and getting gone, you know. But this is guidance and orientation, navigation, direction, purpose, your dreams, your wishes, tools and instruments that will get you there. That's on top of Source. So it's like an angelic, like a a bursting, oh gosh, how can I describe this? Something coming in with the divine where they give you this new opportunity to set your sights on a new star, okay? Again, and then with the Rider-Waite, you got the Five of Wands reversed, which is wonderful because where there was once contention regarding this situation, now there is harmony. This is avoiding conflicts, calling a truce, and harmonizing something with other people. Um, I don't really. The only. Well, no, we do have friends down here. Which is funny because it's like that's an extension of that chicken energy from the first reading. From the fairy deck, you've got the friends. It's the squad. All right, it's the group. It's the group. This is like Three of Cups energy. This is let your friends help you. Be playful. This is besties, your support system, cooperation. Yeah. Someone here to help. Someone may need help. Okay, somebody maybe need help. Cooperation. And then you got Lace the Moon's daughter. Now, this is one of the sphinxes. This is moon energy. In the first reading, we had the sun. Here we have the stars under the moon and moon energy here with Lace the Moon's daughter. If you know anything about sphinxes in mythology, they always have to ask a question before you're allowed passage, like on a boat, to a new to a new gateway, through a new gateway, to a new level, to a new opportunity, a new chapter, okay? This says connect to your higher self, okay? Explore the deep mind. There's symbolism there, and remember, source here is synchronicities and angelic allies, love and light. This is signs from the above, okay? It's also unknown, oh shoot, what does that say? Unknown shadows inside. Okay. So, part of this journey before you get to go embark is you're going to have to really go inside and be honest with yourself about where you want to go. I also heard about who will be able to come with you because you got the friends card and then you've got this Lace the Moon's daughter, which is, moving on to a new level. Who is going to come with you through that portal? Who is going to have your best interests? Who's going to cooperate with you? Who's going to give you a leg up? Who's going to help you through the bad times? Things like that. This Five of Wands reversed. Since I don't really feel like there's contention or fighting with any other people, I feel like this is inner conflict, okay? One source brings forth these enlightened, and one source allows you to be enlightened about these inner truths that you're keeping hidden. You are going to now be in an energy of not being in conflict with yourself anymore. You're going to harmonize. There was another card of harmony. I believe it was in the first group. No, it's in the next one. That's right. Is it? I'm not going to peek. So there's like this harmonizing within yourself. They're showing me somebody who like has signed a contract. Maybe it's somebody who was enrolling in school and they finally get all the paperwork done and it's like they're waiting for their schedule to come. Now it's like there's this a moment of calm where they feel balanced, they feel in harmony with them. There's no more conflict. They're setting out on this new journey and it feels like everything feels right with the world now. Because once you're honest and you actually allow yourself to acknowledge what you want, acknowledge what you probably have kept hidden all this time. Maybe you were afraid of judgment. We did have justice twice in the first stack. Maybe there was some kind of, you were afraid of somebody judging you harshly, right? And you didn't want to make that decision to do this big change because you didn't want to be judged, especially with the chickens in that first stack. That's your core group. You got the friends here now in this group. That might be I feel like from the first group, now with the second group, these are the true friends coming out. These are the ones that are going to be helpful. These are the ones that are going to be supportive. Look at them. I love this card because the little fairy on the bottom is holding up his little friend, and they're both looking towards the future, and he's helping her fly, and he's cheerful for her. It's like he's announcing her arrival. Like, get out of the way! Here she comes. It's been a long time, but she's ready. And the look of determination and satisfaction on her face is like, fuck yeah, I'm supported. I got all these people behind me. I know what I want to do. I know I'm strong enough to do it. It took me a long time to get here, but look at me now. And the friend underneath is like, fuck yeah, get out of her way. Here we come. And he's coming with you. The friend will come with you. You know what I mean? I love that card. And then the Ancestor Oracle card we've got for this group is the Knight. And it says, be brave and be honest. I wanted to say about that bravery. When we come, think of the symbolism of coming before the Sphinxes. They always show me the scene in the movie Never-Ending Story. I know it's controversial. It was very traumatic for my age group. Gen X is definitely got a lot of inner trauma from that movie. But it's like, you know how movies are separated into acts. Act 1, and then there's action, and then there's a resolution to that action, and then you go on to the next chapter of the story, right? Well, before you can go on, you have to take a test. This is like graduating. You have to take a test, and you have to prove that you learned the lessons from the past cycle so that you can go to the new one, okay? I heard the support of this friend is going to really help you answer those questions about yourself, like your inner self. I'm not sure how they want me to say this. But even she's very, very excited. If we could, is she naked? Oh yeah, there's a boobie there. Let me cover up the boobie. So look at look, I don't know if you can see the look on her face, but it's like she's got her hand on her chin in her hand, and she's just kind of looking off into the future, and she's actually really satisfied and happy. It's almost like she's leading. Look how these two kind of fit together. It's like she's leading these two into the future. Okay? So it feels like you stepped up to the Sphinx and she asked her question, she asked her riddle, she put you to the test, and you passed, and now your friend is here going, fuck yeah, look at, here she comes, graduation class. She passed the test, get out of her way, and like the Sphinx is leading you into the future. Okay? I love the symbolism there. Okay, let's continue with the Knight. Oh wait, we're in the wrong one. Okay. Be brave and honest with yourself. It says, do the right thing, even if it isn't the easiest option. Stand for what you know to be right and true. The energy of respect is important right now. You're being encouraged to figure out what is important to you and what you stand for. If you're in a space where there's opposition, you're being guided to follow through with integrity, because even if it seems this will slow your progress, your rewards will be much more abundant. You're being surrounded by a light of bravery to help you. Okay, I like that because Source is present. Okay, and that is angelic allies. Ooh, that could be the friends lifting you up. There could be somebody from the other side lending their energy also. This card also brings justice. Oh my gosh, more justice. That's fantastic. If you're longing for justice, please know that the universal energies are working to bring everything back into order, and that you don't need to force anything through with your will. Interesting. If you've made any mistakes recently, it's important you take ownership of them so that you can align yourself with improving the situation. If you are feeling the need to defend your spiritual path at this time, back off and let it protect you. Okay? So this feels like if there's opposition to what you want to do, if somebody in the mix is, opposing your move, opposing the journey that you choose, opposing your, it's so, and that's amazing because it says if you're feeling the need to defend your spiritual path at this time, back down and let it protect you. And now this Five of Wands came out in reverse on top of Source, avoiding conflict, calling a truce. And then it says here with the Knight, let your spiritual path protect you. This is incredible. If you are true to where you want to go, if you are true to your motivations for going there, Source will be able to protect you from anybody who is the obstruction. Okay? I love that. That's for the group 2 for Bumblebee Jasper. Now we're going to go off to group 3. Damn it, I lost my place. Oh, I know where I'm. Okay. 1 second. Let me find the other. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to go to group 3, which is the Howlite. Alright? Be right back. Hi, group 3. This is the Howlite. If you picked the Howlite stone, this is for you. So the first card you dropped from the First Light Tarot is a designator for others looking in at your situation, or in at you, okay? The second card is a card called Diversity. I did mention this in the first grouping because this has to do with harmonizing things in combinations that you probably didn't expect, okay? So for others looking in, you dropped the Male Rider from the Lenormand deck. Now this is somebody coming in with the communication, information, coming in hot, coming in with purpose. What did they say? This is news approaches, okay? Messages, information, movement, an announcement, or a visitor. This could be a young man, a cheerful lover, or a prospective suitor. Interesting. But now, on top of that, you got the Star in reverse. Now we had stars in the first one, which is pointing your boat towards where you want to go. I always hear pointing yourself home, but it's not the home that you were born in and that you came from, or maybe it is, but I feel like this is the home that the soul is longing for, okay? But with the star reverse, this is a feeling of defeat and hopelessness. This is a reversal of those wishes and dreams. This is a stagnancy of that, um, of that gaining those things. Star energy is Aquarius. Uh, let's see. Yeah, it's like there's a somebody's coming in and it's gonna turn things all up, all discombobulated. I feel like you're gonna run into maybe a roadblock here with this person, right? This could be somebody coming in saying, I saw you're going to be moving on and I wanted to come in and, you know, can you not move on or can you, you know, it could be somebody coming in like, hey, don't go this way. I want to try again, or I want to, can we date? Can we do this? Can we hook up? Can we collaborate? I mean, that could be some in the collective. I don't get that strong, but I just feel like with others looking in, somebody's going to come in with some information that's going to throw you off your game a little bit. You're going to feel a little bit defeated. You're going to feel a little bit hopeless. But I don't take that to heart for too long. Okay, don't stay in that energy. Don't dwell there. Um, we need to accept that sometimes there are obstacles, there are limitations. Um, we are going to feel defeated, but it doesn't mean that that's permanent, okay? They always like to remind me that there are things up ahead in your path that you don't see because we can't see into the future, right? We just know we want to go in a certain way and we're going to hope for the best. We're going to take everything we need. We're going to make the plans that we need to plan. We're going to make sure that when we get there, that, you know, we connect with somebody that's already there. It's things like that. But there's always going to be things along the way in the journey that we can't plan for. And sometimes we feel very defeated when that happens. But we need to understand that that's just a moment in the journey, in the process, okay? So try to handle that with grace and with keep I heard keep hope alive because this could be just a speed bump, okay? Um they want me to say that when we go forward in plans that we have, the divine has to lay the path. The divine has to prepare the path for us, okay? But we can't see that. And we don't see what kind of obstacles they may have to move out of our way. But that might take time. There might be a really big obstacle in our future that we might not be equipped to handle when we get there. So Spirit has to make some big grand moves, and that might take time because everything about a situation um, has to be manipulated in some other way. Do you know what I mean? It's like turning the gear here in order to pull the lever here. Think about a Rube Goldberg machine. How, you know, every little thing affects the next move. And in order to make the path clear 5 years, 2 years, next week from now, they have a lot of things to be moving around, okay? So when you come to an obstacle or a speed bump or something you don't expect, you might feel like maybe I'm not on the right path because I keep getting blocked. Don't, it's not always like that. There might be something ahead that you can't see coming that the divine has to move out of your way, but it's going to take time. So you got to chill in this, like, you got to sit on the curb and kind of feel sorry for yourself for a minute, but don't dwell there, okay? This next card here, diversity. Like I said, this is integration. It's mixing combinations that you maybe didn't think would work, Okay, on top of that, from the Lenormand, you got beautiful owls. Now, owls bring messages in the nighttime. Remember, we were talking about the ego in the daylight. Now, this is underneath the ego. The moon shines on the illusions. The moon takes away the illusion of what the sun tries to keep in the light. Do you know what I mean? This is actually having to be really truthful with your inner self, okay? This is deep perception, observance, and sensitivity, okay? This is messages from the higher self. And then with that, you got the devil in reverse. This is wonderful energy. This is a choice. You are choosing to throw off some kind of chains that had bound you from the past, okay? The devil is, this could be love, it could be a connection, it could be something that you agreed to in the past, because entering into it, you came to it with a loving heart, with pure intentions. That's what the lovers is. It's a choice to connect with somebody with the purest of intentions. You have their best interests, they have your best interests, you're compatible, you're cooperative, everything is beautiful, but it's the lovers before life has a chance to ruin it. And then that's when they come to the devil energy, where those beautiful connections become chains. Things that, something that was a blessing has suddenly become a burden. And now with it reversed, you're in an energy of freedom, you're back in control, and you're being released from something that was holding you back. So, here in the first grouping, you have the star reverse, which is hopelessness and defeat. Here in diversity, you have to integrate something within yourself, a message from your higher self. This is honesty about who you are, what you want, and where you want to go. And once you can integrate that, you are released from that bond. Okay, that's beautiful energy. From the fairy deck, you dropped the Oak Man and the Pook. Now we'll get to it. The Oak Man is deep strength. It's truth, deep ancient wisdom. This says age brings experience. Now, when I was contemplating this card, I heard two things. I heard, I've seen this before, I've done this before, I know this, I'm good. And then the other one I heard was, I'm too old for this shit. I think it was from Lethal Weapon, Danny Glover's character. I'm too old for this shit. It's like, dude, you are not getting anything over on me. I saw this coming. I've seen it before. I know your energy. I know your motivations. I'm not falling for it. Okay? This is strength from the past. This is strength from deep experience. The other thing I want to say about the Oak Man is if you look carefully at it, his mouth is closed, so he's not really saying much. It's just this smug, like, I see you, I know who you are, I know what you're trying to do, I'm not listening and I'm not talking about it, okay? Now, if you look at it this way, you see here's his mouth, and his mouth is closed, right? But if you turn it around, look at the face again. There's a mouth here, and there's the mouth from the upright position. There's two mouths, and they're both closed. And one of them is in the crown chakra, which to me says he's not saying what he's thinking. So for me, it's like you're not even explaining yourself to people anymore. You know what you think, and you think what you know. I that's not how you wanted me to say it. How did you want me to say it? Oh, you're not. Oh, you're not speaking your mind, but it's not because you're blocked or anything. It's just like I don't have the energy to explain this to you, right? The next one is the Pook, and the Pook energy is something of a shapeshifter. They make you stop and say, is it really what you're looking? Is this really the? How do you want me to explain this? It says, is it really as you see it? Like, oh, is this shiny new object? Are you sure this is a shiny, beautiful? Because it's like if you turn it around, it could be hollow on the inside, and you didn't see it at first. So the pook is like, this might not be exactly what you think it is. Turn it over, okay? It's an energy of hmm. It's an energy of something is hidden. See, now there's the owl energy. Something is hidden. Are you being truthful? Is this your true is this your true what? I heard is this your true form, but that's not how they wanted me to explain it. I heard is this truly what you think? I think that something inside was blocked, right? And you're still working through it because you got the devil in reverse, which is beautiful. This is liberation and freedom from something that had you bound. But maybe after that, you got this clarity here, which is like, that was not like what I thought it was. Like you came through it and you were like, that is not how I thought that was going to go. That is not how I thought that person was going to be. I didn't. Oh, they're showing me something like you really thought you were going to enjoy doing something, being somewhere, and then it just, the whole thing just changed. Like the vibe changed, the the outcome changed, and you came through it, and it's like, I did not expect that to go that way. I did not expect it to look that way. Did not expect it to feel that way. The ancestor card that you got here is Mother Earth. It says, feel loved and comforted. This is a beautiful card. I can show it. There's no boobies, but it's just beautiful growth. Feel loved and comforted. It says, allow yourself to be cherished. Oh, Earth Mother is protecting you with the shield of love and light. That's good because in the previous grouping, I believe under Source brings in love and light also. So there's an energy here going through all three of these groupings where there's blessings from Source if you follow your true heart, right? Be honest with yourself, be honest with your path, and you will be protected and loved. It says you may have felt overwhelmed. Oh, that was another. What was the other one? Overwhelmed. That's part of the star reverse that I didn't write on that card. But there is a feeling of overwhelm when the star is reversed because we hang our hopes and dreams. So the star is hopes, wishes, and dreams, right? So we hang our hopes on something that we want to come to fruition, but then like with it reversed, it feels very overwhelming. There may have been hardship when this dream didn't come to fruition in the time frame that you wanted, then now you feel overwhelmed by it. Okay. So you may have felt overwhelmed or out of control. That's the devil. Devil is reverse. You got control back. Out of control emotionally recently. But you are now moving back to your natural center. And that will bring you to a place of clarity and openness. So we're right back to the first cards we were dealing with. Clarity and openness, independence and happiness with the two sun cards in the first grouping. If you have felt ungrounded, know that Mother Earth is here to root you and help you regain your sense of strength. You may not, you may feel, wait, you may not feel like a child, but in the eyes of the divine, you are a child of light. I wanted to say something about that. Did we have source? Let me just pause real quick. Do we have source in this one? Yes, source. Okay, and that goes along with we are all children of source. That's beautiful. So here's source telling you be like a child again. You may not feel like a child, but in the eyes of the divine, you are a child of light, and it's important that you know that you feel that it's important you know that and feel loved. If you have had challenges with a mother figure or with being a mother yourself, know that the energies of mother healing are with you and to help clear any ancestral blockages that are preventing you from making the sacred love connection. Oh, you're being guided to make choices that are based on love. Interesting. That's beautiful. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get some final messages from the theme deck. I'm going to clear all this away. So for this final grouping, there may be a delay in something. Somebody might come in with some information. It could be an offer, honestly. There's a mail rider coming in hot, and it feels like whatever his tidings are, this news that's approaching, it might throw you off a little bit. You might feel defeated, maybe a little overwhelmed, and there's a little bit of hopelessness. It feels like you're knocked off your path a little bit. Like I always think of the star as where you're pointing your boat to go home, your soul's home. It's always our the point of the journey of life is to go back, bring our soul back home. So it kind of feels like this, you don't, okay, it feels like you're going to get distracted. Don't get distracted, okay? Somebody's going to come in hot and heavy on their horse. Hey, baby, I see you're headed in a certain direction. Can I come with you? Or do you want to take a pause, maybe get off at the next port and we'll, fool around a little bit? It's not going to pan out the way you think it is. So just be honest with yourself. That's the owl card. You're gonna have to recenter with your higher self. Listen to your dreams, definitely. Especially now with the moon doing its thing. This big super blood moon, full moon, like isn't it a blue moon? It's like a blue moon, a blood moon. Oh, it's the sturgeon moon. Okay, so it's like a full super blue moon, because blue moon is twice in a month, I think. So it's this full super blue moon in Aquarius. And Aquarius is very forward thinking. It's very eclectic. It's the wrecking ball. He's the upheaver. He's the rebel, and you know what I mean? The anarchist. And let's shake things up kind of thing. And maybe that came through and it kind of made you feel a little bit ungrounded. Okay? Yeah, but the owls brings messages from your higher self into the light. That is very liberating with the devil in reverse. You regain control of things. You find release, liberation, and freedom if you can harmonize some things that you didn't think were going to work together, right? All right. You're also, like I said, in this energy of I've seen this before, I've done this before, I know your game. This may be talking to that rider that's coming in. I know you, and I know your kind, and I know what you're offering, and the Pook energy is telling you, and it is absolutely not what I think it's gonna be. So maybe you're going to deny it. Maybe you're going to go with it. Who knows? So let's go ahead to the themes. We're going to get some final messages for the group here. Hold up. Pause, rest, consider, and chill out. Oh, this already went over an hour. Darn it. That's the thing with the pick a cards. I really do like the flow, but I'm trying to keep these I'm trying to keep the videos below an hour, and that they might not be conducive to that. But I hope this is resonating, and I hope the messages are reaching you for your highest good. If you're vibing with my content, please take a moment to leave a like, leave a comment, share, subscribe. It really helps the algorithm get my content seen. I am trying to do this as a career. In the description, you'll find my email. I'm now open to, I knew that card was going to drop. I felt that earlier. I am now open to personal readings. We can do video chat, like maybe Facebook Messenger. We can do it by email, or I can make a video just like this, post it to the YouTube channel as a private link that only you will see once we get the payments. Also, I can do a birth chart inquiry. Any of those 4 services, they're all set for $40. In the description, you'll also find a link to my Venmo and my Cash App. That's how you can pay me, or that's how you can actually just drop me a tip if you like my vibe, if you like my messages, if you found things that were enlightening or encouraging, or something that maybe you didn't think of before, and maybe you were able to think of it this time. If I vibed with you, if you got anything out of it, go ahead and drop me a tip. If you got one good message out of it, drop $1. If you got more than that, buy me a coffee, pack of cigarettes, help me keep the lights on, literally, because I am trying to do this as my job. So let's get these messages. Oh my goodness. The first card we got was hold up. That's the pause. You've got some things to consider. We do have a tower, so this might explain why the star was in reverse. The feeling of defeat and overwhelm. Now, this card particularly is called Storm Warning, so it's not a complete destruction. This card says that not all storms come to disrupt your life, some just come to clear your path. And remember what I was talking about earlier about how we can't see that far ahead in our path, so the divine might have to do some house cleaning for us in the future, and they are setting things up, and that's why we're hit with a pause that we didn't see coming, and we think it's something on our end, but it isn't. It's just you stops and starts and pauses, and there's red lights and yellow lights and green lights in anybody's journey. Okay. We have free yourself. This is that devil reversed energy. This is beautiful. It says time to take back your life. Look at that. That devil reverse is you are definitely breaking free of things that you may have been burdened by in the past. We do have the soulmates. I wonder if that's that rider. Oh my goodness. Soulmate card. And then next to that, we dropped always have a safe word. So that might get a little dicey. Like what I said before, don't get distracted. But like I said with that rider, and when he comes in and, lays out that sweet talking, that Pook is telling you it might not be what it's all cracked up to be, and then you're in reverse, the star in reverse. It's like, damn, I kind of feel hopeless about this. Look, because there's poison here, okay? Something about the situation is toxic or negative. Now, it could be something very simple that you see coming. Remember, we had the Oak Man. He's like, I've seen this before. I know your game. I know, I know all your sweet talking words. I'm not falling for it. But something about it, there might be a little bit heavy energy here. Something, it could be toxic. It says, be willing to learn something new. I feel like this is referring to the diversity card and how you can integrate things that you didn't know could work together, okay? You also have Caterpillar here. Metamorphosis is imminent. Make it weird. This is just encouraging you to whatever change you need to go through in order to set your dreams in motion. every metamorphosis that a person goes through is very personal, and it's meant to be that way because you have the certain things about your soul that you need to express that only you can do. Only you can say it the way you say it. Only you can rock it the way you rock it. Only you can express that part of the divine spark the way you can. So whatever metamorphosis you go through, make sure you are true to yourself when you come out of it. This says here, remember you are water. You are going to cry. You are going to feel. But allow those tears to cleanse you. Let them flow away and let them go. Okay? Allow yourself to feel that emotion. Allow yourself to feel the disappointment. Allow yourself to feel allow yourself to feel. Period. And then let it heal you, let it cleanse you, let it wash away what hurt you in the first place, and let it go. Angel number 444. It says connection to spirit is strong right now. Pay attention to your intuition. You have nothing to fear. All right, collective. I hope that you resonated with that. I will be back again tomorrow. I think I'm going to do Moon in Aquarius, not a pick a card. I will do just a collective for Aquarius. I might do a collective for Capricorn because in sidereal astrology, the moon is in Capricorn, not Aquarius. So I might do both. Okay. So I hope you guys got some good messages. I hope we were able to vibe. Make sure you check my email and schedule a personal reading with me. Also, go ahead and drop a tip if you can. Until I see you tomorrow. Okay, thanks. Bye.